Call this meeting to order, our Cody County Council meeting, October 20th, 2020. It is 6 p.m. We'll begin with a public comment session. We're going to actually use the orange vote here tonight to stand in front of us as the microphones will pick you up. Mr. Frankie Pearson.
Okay, thank you for letting me speak tonight. My name is Frankie Pearson. I'm speaking for myself, no one else, no affiliation with anyone but myself. I had a little experience with the Sheriff's Department here recently, and afterwards I did some research. I come to find out our police in this county, our sheriff does not have enough officers to do the job that is needed in this county. He's got 109 officers. The bare minimum is 117 to 120 for our size county. Now, he's got 2 officers on sex crimes, I guess that's what they call them, for children and elderly, and they've got 40 open cases. There's no way 2 gentlemen, I don't care who they are, can handle 40 cases and do due diligence, focus on one case and do everything, either the guy's innocent or he actually did it. There's no way they can determine that with 40 cases. This county says, been told that we agreed to hire 1 a year. 1 a year don't cut it. As soon as the census come out, he's gonna be even further behind on the minimum amount of officers that this county needs to protect our children, our elderly, even you guys here. I mean, it's ridiculous that we can't get a little money. We like to spend it on other things, but we don't want to spend it on the police. We need officers. As a citizen of this county, I was going to ask, but for over a month now, I've been totally mad. So I'm demanding that this county, that y'all sitting up there, find the money. There's grants. Hire 2 officers at least. Give these guys that's got 40 open cases a chance to get some of them done. Put some people in jail and protect our children in this county. You want to spend it on everything else. Spend it on something that's actually going to help the citizens of this county, and that's public safety. Thank you.
Any other public comment at this time? Any written comments can be delivered to Ms. Smith. Council member comments?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Pearson bringing up a valid point. I've said in the past, fell on deaf ears since I've been up here. Need more law enforcement. Primary functions, the core functions of county government. Law enforcement, public safety, fire. Everything else is icing on the cake. Remember this, icing on the cake. Now, he's right. We waste all this money on this, that, and the other. And now, everybody sitting up here, what happens if somebody you know gets a vulnerable adult, child gets abused? Oh, what's in the backlog? The 2 poor officers, they got all these cases. But we worried about everything else. We need to look at, y'all need to look. I ain't gonna be here. I might read about it in Central America somewhere, probably from the National. But you need to look what y'all gonna do in the future. Because you're letting all these other little obstacles get in your way. We worried about the signs. We worried about this. We worried about that. And yet when we got children being abused, vulnerable adults being abused, we got 2 officers that can't keep their head above water because they working like dogs. We need to look at this. We got a big wad of rebate come in, reassessment for Duke Power. We need to see we ought to look at what we're gonna do here. We got a choice. If we don't make the choice, you just turn your back on the kids being abused. I had my way about it. Find out some kid being abused, take the person out and shoot him. Can't do that. So it's up to us. We hold the purse strings. We make the policy, she carries out the policy. We tell her, hey, get with the sheriff, she'd be glad to do it. Well, we gotta tell her. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I want to thank Wayne for his 12 years of public service to Covington County citizens, and I applaud your dedication to public safety, welfare, and health of our citizens. Thank you, Wayne.
Good.
And you wouldn't let me put it on the agenda.
Absolutely not, you be quiet. I'll
And-
choke you right
Well,
now.
listen, so if, you know, we whittled this out of a poplar, I'm just kidding. But, you don't accept gifts. If you don't, I guess we were gonna do a bronze statue of you, but then that, you know, but,
Bud would be more appropriate.
there you go. But again, 12 years of elected service is a lot of dedication.
Nothing to it.
And, thank you for what you do for Oconee County, all the municipalities that you've assisted as well. And, I know there's some other council members that want to say some stuff too,
No,
but I
don't do
appreciate
it.
you. Oh, it's gonna happen, so, Mr. Hart.
Just hang that thing somewhere. Don't give it to me.
Mr. McCall, I want to thank you for the time you served, the times being a friend and helping me along as you have. And Mr. McCall, you're the only original true thinker up here that you've come up with things like, if you're a senior citizen or a veteran and you enjoy going to Oconee County Parks and Recreation with a free fees, you can thank Mr. McCall. If you go to your recycling and you see the cardboard bins there that says cardboard owner, that's Mr. McCall's idea. And there's others that I can't remember right at the moment because I'm under pressure, but Mr. McCall, we're certainly gonna miss you.
And my profanity goes along with it.
Amen.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
I'd like to echo the appreciation, Wayne, that John and Glenn have given you and let you know we hadn't always agreed. I think that there's no question about that, but I think we both know that you've always wanted to do what's in the best interest of this county, and your heart's in the right place, and I wish you the best on retirement, if you can ever, retirement from public service, if you could ever actually do that. I think you'll keep working and helping folks wherever you are, whether it's in Oconee County or halfway across the world. So thank you for your service.
Thank you. I am gonna make you come down here and we're all gonna come down here and take a picture, so whether you like it or not. So,
Come on, Wayne.
I don't want to do that.
Come on.
Well, you get one of these, council. Yeah, I want a picture of all of us too. It's the end of an era.
You don't even have to touch it if you don't want to.
That's right, there you go.
Yes, you are.
You have to hold it.
What? Oh, that's,
And the trash can.
Yeah.
Come on, you
we need to get Tettenberg's
We'll get in on the next picture.
1, 2, 3. Everybody look here. Great.
You actually have to smile in the next one.
Oh.
That's all I'm saying.
If I get Tettenberg's representative.
I'm there.
All right, all right.
Am I too close?
Do a couple. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Thanks, Annie. Take it anyway. The one thing. The one thing.
And what, to sum this whole thing up, Canasio.
Is that-
What's silliness?
Oh, well, who cares?
You can use that hammer in the shop.
Yeah, right.
Mr. Davis, thank you. I know he didn't want to do that, but
We had to sneak it on him.
I'll get you in the end.
You've got me for the last 4 years. What you talking about? All right. Let's, move on here real quick. All right. Moment of silence, please. Thank you. Mr. Root?
Yes, sir. Pray with me if you'd like to. Father, thank you for this day that you've made. It's a beautiful day. You bless us with beautiful weather and a beautiful county in which to live, and we're very grateful. I'm very grateful. I pray that you'd create in us really appreciative hearts that we don't take for granted your many gifts, that we're aware of them, we see them, and we give thanks for them. And that you'd remind us to pray also, and in praying not just to talk at you, but to listen, and to do the same with our neighbors, to listen to them, to learn, and to love our neighbor. And that would be what county government looks like in Oconee County, that you give council that guidance, that desire to serve, and the wisdom to do it rightly. Thank you for Mr. McCall's service, the heart that you put in him for the people of this county, for the countless hours that he's put into his service, into the good of the people who live here. And we just really thank you for that, creating in him that heart. Please bless him in many ways for the service he's given us and given this county, and take control of this meeting. Let it be your meeting. In your name I pray. Amen.
Mr. McCall, will you lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Sir. Need approval of minutes for October 6, 2020, regular meeting minutes. To have a motion?
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion, amendments? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Ms. Brock?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman and council. I too would like to thank you, Mr. McCall. I feel like I grew up here at the county under just a few council members who had served terms such as 12 years as you have, and I really appreciate all that you taught me, all of the string of cuss words that I can bring out now. The calling BJ when I need him, and the thinking outside of the box. The never giving up on boater safety, Fall Creek. I mean, you name an issue, and it might leave the front page of the paper, but it never left your mind, and for that I have to give you the credit. You are certainly dedicated, and that is so appreciated by your citizens, by our staff. And honest to goodness, is you don't get a whole lot of Wayne McCalls on council, so I hope Mr. Durham is set to fill a giant pair of shoes up there. Speaking of thanking people, we really need to thank the registration and elections staff and board members and the poll workers. It's only been 2 weeks and 2 days, but we've had more than 5,000 voters come through this building for early voting, which is quite a testament to the staff. We haven't had any hiccups, no complaints, no serious problems. The staff and the board members and the poll workers have worked tirelessly, which is part of the next statement is please excuse our mess. We do want to leave this there for them so that we're not creating extra work for them having to set up on a daily basis. And finally, I'd like to give a shout out to emergency services this evening, because since we have had absentee voting and early voting here in this building every single night after the facility closes, emergency services staff does come in and fog the building with our disinfectant anti-COVID spray. So I just want to say thanks for everybody taking one extra step, going that extra mile during these crazy times, and we appreciate the dedication of everyone.
Mr. Root?
Yes, sir. I don't want to miss the opportunity either. Mr. McCall, as a county attorney, there's no shortage of challenges, but you've been gracious to add plenty of challenges. I really appreciate it, but I do, from day one, as council was constituted when I first came here, not everybody was glad with the change, but you always reached out, and you're friendly from day one, and you've been a pleasure to work with, and I really appreciate your time. You're gonna be missed, but you're not gonna check out. We're gonna keep in contact.
We go all the way back to James Island.
That's right. So, other than that, no, Mr. Chairman, I have no comments. Thank you.
We do have proclamation 2020-09, Proclamation recognizing the 26th anniversary of the National Family Literacy Day. Whereas National Family Literacy Day, established by the 103rd Congress in 1994 and now marking its 26th anniversary on November 1st, 2020, highlights the importance of reading and learning for the entire family and emphasizes the impact that parents have on their child's learning. And whereas this day is celebrated across America each year and focuses on special activities and events that showcase the importance of family literacy programs that empower families and build a nation of readers. And whereas the literacy programs across the United States will observe National Family Literacy Day by holding readathons, book drives, workshops, and family activities at schools, libraries, and community centers to encourage literacy. And whereas as many as 1 in 6 adults struggle with reading and writing, and by learning to read, individuals can gain self-respect and confidence and strive toward goals that otherwise would not be achievable. And whereas the National Society of the Daughters of the American Revolution is a nonprofit, non-political, volunteer women's service organization dedicated to promoting patriotism, preserving American history, and securing America's future through better education for children and adults. And whereas education being one of the cornerstones of the National Society of the Daughters of the American Revolution is committed to increasing literacy by promoting and supporting literacy programs. And whereas the National Family Literacy Day is to underscore the importance of literacy, celebrate the joy of reading, encourage residents to promote literacy by reading together as a family, to extend deep appreciation to our local librarians, educators, and literacy service providers for their tireless efforts to strengthen the literacy of our children and our community. Now therefore, we, the Oconee County Council, do hereby recognize and proclaim November 1st as National Family Literacy Day in Oconee County, South Carolina. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
And we have Miss Mavi Newray accepting this tonight. Now, come down there, sir. Always want to smile behind it.
It's not recognizing me with my mask on. It's okay.
Why don't you take your mask off, Marty?
Work that out. I'll let you go. You can see us.
See it in your eyes.
Yeah.
Like anything you want to say, you're
Smile
going
in
to
the eyes.
Hey, Julian,
Good to see you.
let's
They do claim you, though.
vaguely, under duress, they will claim.
All right, no public hearings, no third readings, no second. We have first reading ordinance 2020-20 ordinance authorizing the execution and delivery of an amended and restated fee in lieu of tax agreement between Oconee County, South Carolina and BASF Corporation, the granting of a special source credit and other matters related thereto, including without limitation payment in fee of lieu of taxes. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
No first and final. We do have discussion regarding action items, council consideration and approval to convert a full-time staff mark position to a full-time county position within the treasurer's office. Position is greatly needed to process tax payments, assist taxpayers, and assist the DMV coordinator. Daily mandated duties for the DMV coordinator require this position to be pulled away from the payment counter to perform DMV duties on a daily basis. With the new boat law, we have more traffic on a monthly basis than ever before. In 2 previous budget years, a full-time position was cut from the treasurer's budget, and and it has created a struggle in that office, per the treasurer's report. In order to provide the best service to the citizens of Oconee County, we respectfully request your approval of the staff mark positions be upgraded to full-time county positions, which is a budget-neutral change. Do I have a motion to approve?
Second.
A motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
If I may please, Mr. Chairman, on behalf of the county treasurer and the deputy treasurer, thank you for consideration and approval of that position.
Next is 2 pumper fire trucks with loose equipment, emergency services, amount $690,358. Staff's recommendation that council award and approve the 2 pumper fire trucks to Spartan Fire and Emergency Apparatus of Roebuck, South Carolina, in the amount of $690,358. These fire trucks are Pierce pumpers built on Freightliner M2-106 2-door cab and chassis with Cummins L9 350 horsepower diesel engines. And these apparatuses will be built according to the National Fire Protection Associations, and we'll be purchasing 2 side-mounted pumpers at $345,179 each. County is utilizing the Houston Galveston Area Council of Governments contract through the cooperative purchase agreement. The cooperative purchasing allows government agencies to purchase directly from the manufacturers or authorized dealers. Contracts are bid and awarded on a national level, and purchases may be fulfilled by the manufacturer. I have a motion to approve.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. We have no board and commission appointments tonight. Anything for the betterment of the county? Motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.